It says right there on the screen, welcome into the Radio Misfits. I am Pugs Moran. He is James Parker. That is Chair. Chair is co-hosting with us today.
Good to see you, Chair.
You guys were both here at 9 o'clock. I had my finger on the video, and then you both disappeared. You like both just walked away for like 3 minutes. I'm like, okay, all right, they're getting something. I can wait.
Yep.
How is everybody? Welcome to the Radio Misfits show. We are the brand ambassadors of the finest damn podcast platform you will find anywhere, radiomisfits.com. Something for all of your interests. And now, that's right, streaming. We stream every night, Monday through Thursday, 9 p.m. Central Standard Time. Just a couple of dudes chopping it up. Hey, I got a surprise for you. I don't want to get too far downstream, all right? I don't want to chew up like 58 minutes of the show before finally, so I'm going to tell you, I want to play another edition of Who's Is Bigger? The new game show that is sweeping the nation. You know what I want to do today, James?
The size of countries and states and stuff?
No, I wanted to do celebrity IQs. Who's is bigger? I got a list of 200 celebrities.
Wow, that is such a good idea. Not to, dick ride or anything. I like that.
So we'll do celebrity. Who's is bigger? Celebrity IQ edition. We'll do that at some point today, probably at the end. Hey, E, how are you?
I'm good. The who's is bigger thing seems very phallic to me.
Well, it's what's known as an entendre of the double variety.
Nothing gets by you, Emil.
Yeah, nothing gets by you, Billy Buck.
It has me clenching a little bit when I hear it.
Well, at some point, if there was a way, like, I don't know that there is a list on penis sizes, because that's obviously what the who's is bigger is making you think of. I don't know how that list could exist, but if it exists, I'll try and find it. You know who's supposed to have?
Oh my!
No,
no,
I don't want to know
please,
that list.
no, I do not want to render a guess.
That was not a request.
No, I want to know. Now I'm going to ask Google. I'm going to ask Google straight up.
I mean, I think like you saying this is weird and,
Who has the largest penis in
clenchy
Hollywood?
to me. Like I literally pucker when he says it.
Not figuratively.
This comes out of the New York Post. Wait, what?
Europost.
Oh, so this is from August 17th, 2022. Apparently, James and E, there is a list. This is not going to be our game. This is not.
How can you have a list when you got to take into account that people have growers?
Well, I don't know. I'm assuming that a lot of celebrities have sex with a lot of, girls who might talk to tabloids afterwards. So I guess there's sort of like a running,
But
tally.
wouldn't they have to have like a ruler and you allow an actual measuring versus like some guesstimate?
Well, I'm not going to wager the kids' college fund on the accuracy of this. I'm just saying this is just fodder to talk about. Is all.
Oh, so in other words, if the girl feels like
I don't know,
you might have been that large compared to the other guy, as if she would
say
have a reference point.
Listen to how sensitive he is. Is there something the matter with the bigger game, Emil, that you just don't like the game?
No, I want to be fair to all men that might be represented in this game. That if we were to venture such a guess, it would be entirely based on some female who is giving an opinion, which could be hate mail.
Okay, so this won't hold up in court, but it's the list we got.
It's all right. It's kind of a this talk radio evergreen here. This is a good subject. All right, so big names, even bigger packages. See what they did there? I like a cutesy headline. Rachel Bilson, the actress, who we all know. And
I don't know her.
I don't even remember.
No
I know the
clue.
name.
Can we see a photo so I know how much credibility to give to her penis judging? If that's what she's
I think that's
saying.
a good idea because I'm interested in seeing who Rachel Bilson is too, because I know the name. I just don't know who she is.
Right. And I also, if she's the one rendering an opinion on the size of penis, I would like to get an opinion of her before I'm going to possibly side with her opinion.
This abrasion to the game makes you look very suspicious.
Oh. I don't know what your criteria is for a woman who knows her penis is, but I'm sure this woman has had a lot of them offered to her. That's all I'm gonna say. Here we
She's
go.
not a swan donkey, huh?
This is no, she ain't. Hollywood actress James should have been your. They only allow 2 swamp donkeys, as you call them, at a time in Hollywood, and I think that's Melissa McCarthy and Kathy Bates. I'm not sure they allow any other swamp donkeys, as James might call them.
Ooh.
All right, so this is now this is Rachel Bilson. This is who's talking. She's up there. Okay. What do you think, guys?
Okay, I'll let her venture an opinion. I think she has played definitely to a crowd of them that would be willing to partake.
She looks like she's run around with some cocksmen in her day, some celebrity.
She looks like she would be a target. Yeah. I don't know.
She very well may be looking at one right now.
All right. So anyway, that's who we're quoting here in the very beginning of this article. Rachel Bilson, the actress. It says here, Rachel Bilson, boys, has raunchily revealed she misses her ex-boyfriend's Big D. But he's not the only celeb purported to be packing. He's just the latest addition to Hollywood's infamous D list.
Pete Davidson's like king.
So who do you think she's talking about? Rachel Bilson admitted that she misses her boyfriend's. I'm just going to tell you because this is infinite guesses, right? It could be anybody.
Mm-hmm.
Bill Hader. Bill Hader apparently was giving Rachel Bilson something that she misses. Bill Hader.
And much like in Saturday Night Live form, Pete Davidson, same thing with Kim Kardashian.
I don't know that, but here's what I think.
Much discussed. Yes.
You've heard that. Okay.
Oh, listen to the guy that's so critical of sources.
No, there's a list. I mean, of girls.
But some girl could just be saying that,
Well, it was also, what was the model that he was tagging after he got through Ariana Grande? The older.
Kim Kardashian?
No, she wasn't a model. Kate Beckinsale. She was running around with Kate Beckinsale.
Yeah, and he had some other model too, I think.
Anyway, for the guy who really didn't want to go here, you've revealed yourself to be the expert on the big dicks in Hollywood. You seem to know more than the rest of us.
Let's go to the IQ one. Jesus.
Wait a second. Aren't you even remotely interested?
James seems to be upset that I'm wanting to protect and then not protect certain penises.
All right, here's the deal. First of all, Bill Hader, if you told me that big, what's he packing? I'd go huge because he has that kind of body that would suggest. Pete Davidson as well. Lanky, skinny, tall guys, man.
Tommy Lee,
exactly. Lanky, skinny, tall guys, man. Always. All right, the oversharing.
So is James in that crew now? Is that what James is trying to buff into?
James could be, but he's not as lanky. James is just large, so he might just be proportionate. I'm talking about guys who are weird with long arms. You know, the weird long-armed guys and long legs and smaller torsos.
Like the MMA fighters, when you go, that guy's like the same height, same weight, but he's got like an extra 4-inch reach, and you just wonder how has that happened?
Probably. Let's see here. Hader 44 has now joined the likes of Liam Neeson, who is in Hollywood's Big D Club. Liam Neeson, Daniel Craig. James Bond would almost have to, It's like that's also John Hamm, ladies and gentlemen. John Hamm has it all. He's good looking, he's funny, he's talented.
So let me just jump in here right now. So if these particular people have not done a nude scene,
right,
in which this girl has participated in the movie,
okay, hold on.
Then we can assume that she has banged him.
Hold on, no. Rachel Bilson was talking about her boyfriend Bill Hader. Rachel Bilson didn't have sex with all of these people. Rachel Bilson is, by all accounts, a good girl.
Oh, damn.
Same girl. This is the existing, because of what Rachel Bilson said, they are now inducting Bill Hader into the Big D Hollywood list. These are some of the people who have already been inducted.
And who confirmed them in is my question.
I don't know. We didn't plan on this bit. I mean, I probably could have Googled each one individually.
Like, would we allow James's wife to allow him into the club? Like, does it have to be somebody
I think
remote?
it's got to be an ex. I think it's got to be an ex and not anyone that can,
I think I have to be some sort of celebrity, period.
Yeah.
Well, you're a radio host.
Here are some of the iconic names on the list. Are you ready for some Hollywood golden age big swingers? How about Charlie Chaplin? Apparently he was. That's why he walks so funny. Milton Berle.
That was good. That's
Milton Berle. So funny. Milton Berle famously had a huge, massive hog. Apparently Milton Berle used to pull it out and show it to everybody. I mean, everybody has talked about Milton Berle's hog.
Isn't that why he had to go around in the wheelchair?
Was Milton Berle in a wheelchair?
What's that, Ironsides?
Yeah, that's Raymond Burr. That's
Raymond Burr.
Guy. That's a different guy. James has taken himself out of this conversation. I don't know why. All of a sudden, he's approved.
It was Milton Berle, the Christmas guy.
Milton Berle was Uncle Milty.
Uncle Milty. Yeah. Okay.
Are you kidding me? That's what kicked it in for you? Okay, we're out of this. Fatty Arbuckle as well. Fatty Arbuckle has a.
Kind of sounds like it is big already when you go around as fatty in a buckle and you're around a buckle.
James, was that your weird protest because you didn't want to do this bit anymore?
He went and got drunk.
Why does this bit make you uncomfortable?
I have a job interview tomorrow, assholes.
Well, so what? You can't offer opinions on a news story that's trending? I think that's very much in your lane.
Yeah, thanks. Just in case they're checking out my social media the day before I go in for a screen test at the local NBC affiliate, I got to make comments on 28-bit.
Okay, well,
yeah,
you did.
That's real good.
You refused to participate, and we wish you nothing but the best. We now need to move this. Hold on. We got the new cool-ass Radio Misfits thing is blocking us. We'll move it down to the bottom. Is that better? That's better.
I was trying to do this one, but it blocks everybody. Boom.
Yeah, let's show that. James did a little bit of nice work last night. I saw it this morning when I woke up. Let me ask a question. When did we invite St. P. Mike into the Radio Misfits? I mean, I can see the guy who's supposed to be you and the guy who's supposed to be me.
That's pretty close to E if he would just start dyeing his beard a little bit. But
I thought it was Keynote, and I was maybe on my boat in the back.
All right, so there's AI apps. There's AI art apps that make these, and actually Jennifer Katera made this. Remember her? She used to be married to Brian.
Remember her? I love Jen. Jen came out and drank with us. Jen is
nice. So she made this, and then I just stuck Radio Misfits at the bottom. I don't know. I kind of like the pirate motif. Can we do a pirate motif?
I love pirates. I'm big into pirates. I love the whole pirate thing. I don't like pirate movies, however, which is weird. Never seen a Pirates of the Caribbean, but I'm a big fan of the pirate lore.
I think we get a flag made and we fly it off of the boat at Party Cove. Like titties and beer are why I'm here. Yeah. It will now be the flag of the ship. Yeah, sorry, James. I didn't want anybody from NBC to hear that.
Career to the moon. That's how Stern got big. He made a stupid flag on his boat about titties.
Come
on. Why are you doing this?
You're the one who just said the T word. I wouldn't even say that word.
You said it.
No, I didn't.
Not now, but you've said it before.
No, I haven't. What do I do? Do I gotta be worried now? Do I have to be watching out what I say? Do I have to be?
You do need to be worried if you got a six-pack like that. You're gonna be dudes chasing you from every corner.
Let me tell you,
you're strapped up with leather.
That is what he looks like. I saw him with his shirt off the other day. He had that little leather strappy thing too. I thought that was cool.
He looks like Such the Bear.
Let me tell you something. I would like to thank. Put it back up. I want to make a call. I would like to thank Jen for the flattering depiction of me, but I'd have to, honestly, if I had that body, I would not have the facial hair or the long hair. If I had that body, I'd be smooth, man.
If you had that body, you would be dancing at the bathhouse
Yeah,
in
well,
that costume.
yeah, I look good. James, you look good too. I don't know who that is. I don't know who that
I
is.
thought I was back on the boat. I like the fact that I could be back in the ship, or maybe I'm like going around in a floaty. Like we could place me in the video floaty, like somewhere in the water.
Well, what are pirates? I like pirates. All right, that's very cool. Thank you so much to Jen. How awesome is she? I love it when our listeners
I do that.
Oh, and we also
Show artist.
Yeah, we also need to remind everyone watching the show that the offer is still out there for us to rate your partner. You know, did we come up with the clever titles like judge your wife or rate your wife or hot or not or how hot's your significant other? We never came up with a clever title, but it's a great idea for a bit.
Yeah.
No, I thought the bit was, would we do each other's significant other?
Nah, yeah, but
No, it's moms. It was moms, right? Moms when they were younger. That's what it was.
That was icky.
You send in a picture of your mom when she's younger, and then a picture of her now. And we just say, would we do her then? Would we do her now? Would we do her both now? Are we not interested?
I love
You
that.
think
game.
NBC be interested in that, James?
Yeah, I know. That's what I'm thinking. I'm like, James just introduced the
Hot or not?
defiling mothers.
Yeah, well, hot or not is going to be their next big hit. Going to act like they didn't steal it from us.
Well, Hot or Not was like the greatest idea that television ever put on, and America rejected it, or America didn't reject it. ABC just got too ooked out by it and pulled the plug after 10 episodes. Remember when we watched some clips of the old Hot or Not? It was just hot people walking out, standing on stage, and then a crowd deciding if they're hot or not.
And I found out as
Genius.
smart and intellectual as I think I am, I could watch that for a half hour and not even realize it.
Dude, I could watch an entire channel. Like it was just a channel of just that, just attracting
people. Yes, no, yes, no.
And it's not about attractive people. It's about people who feel they're attractive. And that's what makes it great, because some of these people are not attractive. Yes,
Well, and I also would like to apologize for appearing for the second night in a row with the same hat and same shirt on. I have not changed clothes, James. I apologize for that as well, in case anybody was paying attention.
It's perfectly acceptable. It's good for editing. Will be now anything you did yesterday and anything you did today will be not that we'll ever do that.
No one would have noticed if you hadn't said something.
Well, James, I'm just trying to bring out all my flaws since I'm not a professional radio person.
I have worn the same shirt every day for the last couple of months. All right, let's move forward. I got something I want to start out with here. I just want to show you. This will be cute, quick too. This is a new thing. Okay, hold on. Nope, that's not it. Holy fudge me. Oh,
yeah. Is that like a meaning for poop you?
Yeah.
Fudge and poop.
James has an interview and all that. So, hold on. Let me show you guys something, because we're doing it again. We're doing this thing again. All right. Now we're going to pull this up.
What? It's NBC, no balls company. Stop.
Not NBC. Okay. Here we go, guys. I want you to watch this. This is the new. Do you guys remember the dress when we looked at the dress and we couldn't tell if it was gold and white or black and blue? Remember the famous dress that went viral in 2018?
Yep, definitely.
Okay, so this is a new one of those. Do you remember the dress?
You look at it, you couldn't tell the color unless you thought a certain way.
Yeah, it was one of the most viral things of all time ever. So we got a new one that's percolating this evening that's getting shared a whole bunch of times. Now, this one concerns what we hear. Okay, so we're going to hear something. You're going to look at this picture, and then you're going to hear something. All right, and you're going to tell me what you heard. Okay, here we go. All right, here we go. Tell me.
I'm sorry, April. I thought y'all were comparing moms to Charo. Isn't that what it was?
I think we were, right? Weren't we comparing? Wasn't that it? It was Charo.
I think it was Charo or your mom.
It's Charo.
That's the game. That's the game. Charo or your mom. That's it. That's pretty awesome. That's
See, we even forget our brilliance.
That is such a. Hold on. I'm opening a drive file.
How
That is too great. A month later, it's still such a great concept.
I think we did that in like January. It was
Charo or your mom. Right.
We're practicing with some of the stupidest crap ever.
Yeah, that's what we do.
What about the
Charo or your mom is now a file in my Google Drive, so we won't forget it.
good. Good.
All right, so here's the new one. Now what we're gonna do here is we're gonna listen, right? You're gonna look at this and you're gonna listen and you're gonna tell me what you hear. Okay. All right. So this is again along the same lines as the dress from 2018. Is it gold and white or black and blue? Here we go. All right. Did you guys get that? Did you get that?
Do it again.
Okay. Here you go. So you're
It
gonna
doesn't work if you only do it once.
Yeah, I know. I'm gonna do it a couple of times, so you're gonna tell me what you hear.
Okay.
Okay, so your choices are you hearing green needle or brainstorm? Are you hearing brainstorm or green needle? Okay. That's fucking weird, man. All right, guys. James, you're up first. What
All right.
do you hear?
So the text tells you that you're gonna hear what you're reading, and when I looked at Green Needle, I heard Green Needle. When I looked at Brainstorm, I heard Brainstorm. When I looked at Green Needle, I heard Green Needle again. When I looked at Brainstorm, I heard Brainstorm again. I continued looking at Brainstorm, and I heard it 2 more times. Then I closed my eyes,
I did too. I closed my eyes to see what I would hear.
and I heard Brainstorm. Is what I heard with my eyes closed. Brainstorm.
So with your eyes closed, you had no visual clue, so your ears didn't process that noise.
No.
Because that's what the science behind it is. Your eyes and your ears, and I mean that's just noise. But your eyes see the words green needle, and so it interprets that noise as green needle. If your eyes were looking at brainstorm, which I did a couple of times back and forth. One time I looked at green needle, one time I looked at brainstorm. That is crazy. E, how about you? What did you hear?
Well, my process was a little different because I didn't pay attention to everything that was written on the screen.
Okay. All right. So you didn't follow the directions. What'd you hear?
So I basically did not know what I was supposed to be looking at, whether it was the red or the green.
Well, there you go.
I was in your phase of just blindly hearing and trying to hear what I could hear. And at no point did I ever hear brainstorm. But at some point, I did hear at the end, each time it was repeated, the needle. So now, I'm going to blow this up so I can see, and I'm going to look at it. I'll see if one of those was more overpowering. Hold it. I got to get to the screen. I got to look at it. Okay, go ahead now. I do the brainstorm one so I can see it. I can't see brainstorm when I'm hearing it.
All right. So you're not hearing brainstorm at all?
When I hear like the first noise, and then the green and the red come on the screen, and then you do it again, then I hear the green needle. But I never ever hear brainstorm.
All right. Here, let's try this one. This is let's go back just so that we can remember what this was all about. Here is the famous dress. Let's take one look at this. I haven't seen this since 2018. Let's see here. Let's tell us what we see, right? That's how it works. All right, so here is the dress. Let's look at this all these years later. All right.
Oh.
I clearly see gold and white.
With no doubt. Now,
can see
again,
either
I
or.
have sunglasses on. But,
What's that, James?
I can see both. I can see why it would be black and blue rather
You
than
can
gold
see
and
why
white.
that would be both black and blue and white and gold. Two completely different colors. I mean, black and white, black and gold, gold and blue. I don't see how that's possible.
Right. But it looks like blue and black with the ridiculous J.J. Abrams lens flare coming over the shoulder, and that is skewing the colors when it gets to the lens. But the dress itself, like if you were staring at it with direct sunlight behind it, it would mess up your eyes looking at it.
All right, I see. If you stare at it long enough, it begins to turn blue. E, what about you? What do you see?
I'm thinking to myself as I'm listening to James explain it,
Mm-hmm.
whatever it is that he put in that cocktail, I would like some of.
All right,
Because I can't see any blue, black, purple, or gold. I see white and gold. Like that's it. Like there's none of these other
you don't see the
colors
white,
that he talks about.
you don't see the white turning blue because the white is turning blue right now for me. It's like it's slowly turning into like a sky blue. Is that happening for you?
No, what are you smoking?
No, I'm not smoking anything. Millions and millions of people had this same experience. This is not something that, this was a viral phenomenon. Do you know the story behind this, James? Do you know?
I thought it was like you saw it one color, you saw one way. You saw it another color, you saw another way. You didn't see it change color in front of your eyes.
I heard Green Needle and Brainstorm, and I can see the fuzzy printout, and I can also relax my eyes and see the sailboat in 3D.
It's completely baby blue now. It is now when I'm looking at it, it is gone. For the first minute or so that I look at it, it is absolutely white and gold, and then it becomes. It's not black. It's still gold. Oh, it's a darker gold. The story on this. This was supposed to be a possible bridesmaid's dress, and here's the origin story from Scotland. A mother was shopping for dresses, and she took a picture of this dress, and she sent it to her daughter, who is the bride. And the daughter said to her, and this is how the whole thing started. The daughter said to her, "My wedding isn't in black and blue. Why would you pick those colors?" And the mom said, "It's not black and blue. It's white and gold." And then that turned it. Her daughter, the bride, put it on her Facebook page, and ladies and gentlemen, off to the races. Like 150 million views on this.
I ain't saying nothing about a gold digger.
That's where it started, though. That's where it started. They appeared on Ellen DeGeneres. They were flown to Los Angeles. They were given $10,000 and a free honeymoon. Oh, it was a big thing. Now, what do scientists say about it? What is the explanation that scientists give for it? James, do you have any guesses?
Yeah, so you have blue and black under a yellow tinted light, or you have a white and gold under a blue tinted light.
Here's the thing. There is currently no consensus on why the dress elicits such discordant color perceptions among viewers, though these have been confirmed and characterized in controlled experiments. No synthetic stimuli have been constructed that are able to replicate the effects as clearly as the original dress. So whoever made this dress just accidentally stumbled upon a pattern and a color scheme that just freaked the human mind out. That's pretty amazing. I mean, I don't know if there's any money in that, but
Well, we do know what the color of the dress ended up being, though.
Yes, the real color of the dress is it's black and blue. The actual dress is black and blue. The dress is black and blue. I know, and he's like, "What? I see white and gold."
Now I see the black and blue on the right side.
There it is.
But it's not very black and blue. It looks like it's just lacking lighting.
Some people's eyes just see, gold and white. I see gold and white first, and then it slowly starts to morph into black and blue. All right, here, we got another one. There's this one. This is a famous one. What do you see? What is this a picture of?
Whose is bigger?
Oh, it's a bunny or a duck. Yeah.
E, what do you see? Well, don't give them both out, James. God, you game wrecker.
Yeah, I'll wreck your game. He's not even playing anyway. He doesn't read the text on the screen when it pops up. So let me just.
Whose is bigger, James?
Is that what you see? You see two weenies coming off of whatever that is? Is that phallic to you?
Yes.
That's what he sees. He sees
Whose is bigger?
Okay.
Why are we doing this?
All right. I guess
The top beak or the bottom beak?
you do
James?
understand that killing bits isn't good, right?
I'm not killing the
You're
bit.
you kind of kill.
I saw
Sometimes
it.
I don't know what the who's is bigger thing is. That was something we were talking about before.
Right, the duck or the rabbit.
Who's is big? Okay.
You say he killed the bit by giving both answers. So I was trying to bring it back to life by going, whose is bigger, the duck or the bunny?
What do
Great
you
call
see?
back.
Do you
Great
see
call.
a duck or a bunny? I see a duck. I don't. I have to stretch to see the bunny, but when I say okay, bunny, I look at it backwards and I can see the bunny. Maybe this has to do with left brain, right brain. I don't know what that has to do with.
Right, but I was trying to support the bit. James stepped on
move
it, and I just got friggin'
No,
yelled at.
you always get yelled at. You get yelled at every night. That's kind of your place. So don't worry about it. That's why you're here. I didn't mean to yell at you. I didn't mean to make you feel bad.
Well, NBC is watching. Get your crap
All
straight.
right, there you go. That's my comment. Look, later today, come back and visit me. I'll do some who's this bigger game. But James, you got anything tonight?
No, I want to do the IQ thing.
Okay, so we want to do the who's is bigger right now.
It's like taking your kid to dinner.
What do you
Me?
mean?
Where do you want to go?
Well, you got anything?
I want to go here. Yes, I got plenty of things. I'm stuck in the weeds.
Oh, okay. All right, let's do this. What's going on in your world? Why are you stuck in the weeds? We'll mind your world for issues.
Because I'm trying to come up with concepts for my weed harvest party.
Oh, yeah.
Jeez, this is your struggle.
Yes, this is a struggle.
Why I was unable to change clothes, shower. I'm on some creative bender coming up with ideas, and now I don't know what to do.
What, you just smoke weed all day? Is that what you're saying?
That may have had something to do with it.
It was 104 degrees today. Ain't nobody.
What the hell are you going to do going outside? You just got to get blazed in the house.
It's going to be worse tomorrow. It's going to be 104 again tomorrow. This temperature is not going to drop until the weekend. Oh my God. All right, James, should we play America's favorite game show?
Yeah, I'm looking forward to this. I know this bit's going to be good if Emil doesn't take it.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the Radio Misfits as we present America's favorite new game show, Whose is Bigger? I am your humble host, Pugs, and joining me as always, James Parker and E the Artist.
Who is currently being followed by the insensitive police.
Gentlemen, tonight's topic is going to be whose is bigger IQ edition. Now, the IQ edition, we all know what an IQ is. Can we establish what an IQ is before we start fighting over stupid interpretations of what people think IQs are? James, you want to tell everybody what an IQ is?
Stands for intelligence quotient.
It is. E, can you add anything to that?
Is this a legit measure of intelligence in your eyes, E, or are you going to start nitpicking the source?
I don't necessarily think IQ equates to ability to navigate the
How did I
planet.
know that was coming?
Well, here's what the IQ is. The IQ, people say all the time, he's got a huge IQ. He went to Harvard. Well, that might be a thing. You might go to Harvard with a huge IQ, but education has nothing to do with your IQ. They start testing you at a very young age as a child before you have any education. Your IQ is based on your ability to use logic, reason, and other problem-solving skills, and they can be identified at different stages of your life as you matriculate through the school system. There are also tests that you can take. Universities offer these tests. There's the what's it called? The mega test, which is the one that is most used now. It's 200 and something questions, and it's heavy. There are versions of the mega test that you can take online that a lot of people do. But the mistake that people make about IQ is that it's just something that people who get, if you got a high IQ, you get good grades. No, that's not what it's about. The IQ is about gauging one's brain in their ability to use logic, reason, and other problem-solving skills. So it's not about how smart you are. It's about how smart you could potentially be. It's about how much room is in there for you to use. So is that an acceptable definition of IQ before we move forward into this game?
I agree.
Yeah, sure.
All right, so here we go. Let's play this game. Gentlemen, I am going to give you the names of some celebrities. I will give you 2 celebrities, and then I will ask each one of you to tell me whose is bigger. IQ edition. I'll tell you what, let's start right here. Whose is bigger? Abraham Lincoln or Adolf Hitler? Whose IQ is bigger? Abraham Lincoln or Adolf Hitler? E, would you like to venture a guess?
Just because he's in the grouping, I'm going to go with Adolf Hitler.
Jesus Christ. I'm going to go with Lincoln.
James would be correct. Abraham Lincoln is believed to have had an IQ somewhere around 148 and 150. Adolf Hitler's IQ was registered at 141. 141. Very good, by the way. 141 is very good. We should also tell you, by the way, we should break down what the IQ. Average people's IQ is between like 85 and 120. Okay, that's like average. Then you get into 120 to 130. You know what? Here, I know there's a way to break this down, but it goes. A moron is anything under 85. I don't know if that's the accepted word that they use. It might.
It used to be the technical term, and then
say,
people kept getting called morons, so they changed it to mentally retarded, and then people kept getting called retarded, so now they changed it to whatever.
Okay, so just let's see here. What would be? How do they break down the IQ scores? Okay, so, okay. Okay, so it says here, in general, an IQ score is defined with a median and a mean of 100. Scores above 130 are labeled as above average or very superior, while scores under 70 would be considered below average or labeled as borderline impaired, okay? So anybody that's between 85 and, say, I think it says 114. Is that what it says here? Hold on. Let me see. Hold on. Let me see something, because I pulled something up a minute. Highest IQ of all time, James? Venture to guess what the highest IQ of all time is?
No. I think I just watched a YouTube video on this like a week ago, and I don't remember his name.
It's not a him.
Okay.
It is a woman. It is a woman. Her name is Marilyn von Savant. She writes the Ask Marilyn column for Parade magazine, and has been doing that for like 50 years. But she got that column after the Guinness Book of World Records anointed her as the highest IQ of all time. What is her IQ? Are you ready? 450. Marilyn von Savant. Look her up, which I'm sure you're doing. All right, 85 to 14 IQ is average intelligence. 115 to 129 is above average or bright. 130 to 144 is moderately gifted. 145 to 159 is highly gifted. And 160 to 175 is exceptionally gifted. Okay, so anything over 175, we're like, woo, they are off the charts. James, did you find anything about Marilyn von Savant?
No.
Oh, I thought that's who you're looking up. So I was going to ask you what exactly her IQ is. Hold on. What is Marilyn Savant's IQ?
According to Wikipedia, she says her first test was in September 1956 and measured her mental age at 22 years and 10 months, yielding a 228 score.
Okay, that was the first one. But hold on, she's 22. She went as high as 400 according to the Guinness Book of World Records, which I don't know how that's possible, but whatever. Anyway, that's her. She's the smartest lady. She works for Parade magazine, and I've never heard of her before today. All right, so Abraham Lincoln has a higher IQ than Adolf Hitler. So whose is bigger? Abe Lincoln. All right, moving on. Who has a higher IQ? Whose is bigger? James? Famed British codebreaker during World War II, Alan Turing?
Ooh.
Or Albert Einstein? Alan Turing, what was that movie they made about Alan Turing a couple of years ago? Remember Benedict Cumberbatch played him? I don't know. I forgot what it was called. Alan Turing or Albert Einstein? James, you're up first.
I would guess Albert Einstein, but since you're bringing him up, it's probably Turing.
E, do you agree or disagree? Whose is bigger? IQ edition, Alan Turing or Albert Einstein?
Well, I think the fact that Einstein is always brought up as one of the smartest people, I'm going to go with Turing.
Going with Turing, you would both be. It is Albert Einstein with an IQ of 190. Alan Turing, 187. 187. How exciting. How exciting. How about whose IQ is bigger? Whose is bigger? Arnold Schwarzenegger or Ashton Kutcher? Ooh. Whose IQ is bigger? Whose is bigger? Arnold Schwarzenegger or Ashton Kutcher? E, do you venture a guess?
Ashton Kutcher.
Ashton Kutcher. Ashton over the Governor. He says Ashton Kutcher, who played a dumb guy famously on that 70s show. James, whose is bigger? Ashton Kutcher or Arnold Schwarzenegger?
Ashton Kutcher.
Ashton Kutcher is correct. Ashton Kutcher has an IQ of 160. Arnold Schwarzenegger, 135.
I wonder if that was pre or post steroid.
He's a bright guy, man. That Arnold documentary on Netflix is worth watching. Gentlemen, whose is bigger? Famed comedian and SNL alum Adam Sandler or Andy Warhol? Whose is bigger? James, whose IQ is bigger? Adam Sandler or Andy Warhol?
I always thought Andy Warhol's art was borderline trash. It's something that 12-year-olds can reproduce with Photoshop in 5 seconds. And no, I'm not going to choose him anyway.
So you don't think the same about Adam Sandler's movies?
I've seen all those Adam Sandler movies, and they're really dumb, and so that makes it kind of the.
All right. Well, you can sit out. You have a partner.
No. This is how low I think of Andy Warhol that I'm definitely choosing Adam Sandler. As in, it's not even close. As dumb as his movies are, it's not even close.
All right. James says Adam Sandler has a bigger one than Andy Warhol. You're an artist, E. Take up for your art brethren. Whose is bigger, Adam Sandler or Andy Warhol?
Well, Pugs, I think it's very close. Let me ask a question about an IQ.
Okay, you've got it.
Is it possible that your IQ could get circumcised?
I don't know.
In other words, would that shorten your IQ? Would it make it less?
Okay, we're going to move on. James.
Why do you have to bring foreskin into the debate? There's no place for this.
E, what do you got to guess for us? Because we don't know the state of either of their foreskins. So, this would be I wouldn't know how.
I'm going to go with the artist. I would think.
He would be correct. Andy Warhol has a 120 IQ as compared to Adam Sandler, clocking in at 103. Gentlemen, whose is bigger, Alex Trebek or Anderson Cooper? James, Alex Trebek or Anderson Cooper? Whose is bigger?
Man, I really like both those guys.
I didn't get there, Leslie.
Trebek.
James says Trebek is bigger than Anderson Cooper. Who has a bigger IQ, E? Is it Alex Trebek or Anderson Cooper?
Got to go with Anderson Cooper.
It is going to be Alex Trebek. Alex Trebek has a 143 IQ. Anderson Cooper checking in with a 123. None of these IQs really.
See,
the only average IQ we've mentioned so far is Adam Sandler at 103.
And therein, I bet on something and I was wrong. Like the what did you call? Who's the one that had the biggest IQ? What was her name?
Marilyn von Savant.
Yeah.
Von Savant.
By the way, savant means genius.
Exactly.
That's her real name. It goes back like centuries. She's a descendant of Ernst Mach, who was like a famous philosopher. But yeah, savant. That's like, how crazy is that? She's super smart and her name is Savant.
I let that affect me in choosing my Anderson Cooper because I realized that he was a Vanderbilt, and I thought maybe the same IQ thing kind of went in the Von genes to like the Von Savant, and there I was wrong.
Gentlemen, whose is bigger? Here's a fun one. The stated IQ of Bruce Wayne in the Batman comic book series, or the actor who played him, Ben Affleck? Whose IQ is bigger, Bruce Wayne's or Ben Affleck's? I might be thinking this is a trick question. Whose IQ is bigger? As stated in DC Comics, that Bruce Wayne has this IQ, or Ben Affleck, the guy who played Bruce Wayne?
So a fictitious person versus a real guy.
Right. Yeah, that's right.
I got the game now, James.
Ben Affleck.
Ben Affleck, James says. E. Whose is bigger, IQ-wise, Batman or the actor who played him? Ben Affleck.
Batman.
Batman. And who did you say, James?
Ben Affleck.
Batman is correct. Batman has a 192. What is the matter with you guys? He's a fictional character, of course.
192. 192. And like 2% body fat? Sure.
Idiots. All right. Gentlemen.
Wait, what was
that? Was plural. I was the one who guessed Batman.
Yeah, you got it.
What was the proper term would have been idiot.
What was Affleck's IQ?
Ben Affleck. Oh, did I not give Ben Affleck?
Is that quick enough, Leslie?
154 for Ben Affleck. 154.
Wow.
Yeah. Thank you for saying wow.
He's getting really gifted.
Whose is bigger? Famed Swedish actor. I don't even know if he's Swedish. I don't know what he is. Famed actor and most famous as Ivan Drago, Dolph Lundgren, or
why do you have to be Swedish?
Isn't he Russian?
I think he is Sweden. No, Ivan Drago was Russian, but the actual actor Dolph Lundgren, I think he's from Sweden.
Oh, he's like Norwegian or Danish.
Yeah, he's something like that. Yeah, for some reason, like Viking. Dolph Lundgren, Ivan Drago, or Dennis Miller, brilliant comedian Dennis Miller. Whose IQ is higher? Ivan Drago, I will destroy you, or Dennis Miller? Cha-cha. Whose is bigger? E?
Based on what I've seen in terms of range, I would go Dennis Miller.
Dennis Miller, higher IQ than Dolph Lundgren. James, whose is bigger, Dolph Lundgren or Dennis Miller?
I saw something on the internet how Dolph Lundgren built a nuclear submarine out of like bear skins and sticks, and he's some sort of scientist dude. So I'm leaning Dolph Lundgren.
Dolph Lundgren has a 160 IQ. Dennis Miller 135. Dolph Lundgren is a graduate of MIT. Dolph Lundgren came to America on multiple free ride scholarships. Dolph Lundgren's a genius. Yeah, you read right.
Yeah, like he like went to Cambridge and then he got outbid by MIT to because he wanted to be a nuclear scientist, and the Cambridge agency just wasn't up to the task.
Yeah, he.
Are we gonna find YouTube videos of him where he's cutting corners on the building of his subs?
Yeah, probably. We're just arrogantly talking about how I break rules. All right, gentlemen, here's a fun one from the world of music. These two are offered up to us. Whose is bigger? R&B, hip hop icon. You call him an icon at this time. Chris Brown, or lead singer of what was that band? Wait, I can't write. Dexter Holland. What band was he in? Dexter Holland.
Was that Sum 41?
No, Dexter Holland was the lead singer for You Gotta Keep.
Oh, the Offspring. Offspring.
There you go. Dexter
I'm thinking of Dexter Wembley.
Dexter Holland, lead singer of the Offspring, or Chris Brown, hip hop star. Who has a higher IQ?
You want me to go first?
Yeah, go ahead, James.
First off, I'm sort of ashamed to say that I like a lot of Chris Brown's music. Because he punched Rihanna, and anyone who punches Rihanna should deserve your scorn. But I can't not like his music. But that doesn't mean he's smart. The dude from Offspring, I don't know. He doesn't use a whole lot of big words in his music, so I don't know.
For a white guy.
I have pretty low opinion of both of these dudes' intelligence, but I'll go with Dexter Wembley.
Dexter Holland.
Oh.
E, where do you come down? Lead singer of the Offspring? You gotta keep them separated. Or Chris Brown? Whose is bigger?
I'm going with the lead singer.
Lead singer of the Offspring?
Dexter. Yeah, Dexter.
Congratulations. That was a bit of a trick question. If you're a fan of the Offspring, every single one of the members of the Offspring have PhDs. They are all doctors. Dexter Holland, they formed it like Stanford microbiology camp. They formed it like they are all genius nerds.
Oh, I didn't know that.
Yeah, Dexter Holland, 160 IQ versus Chris Brown at 120.
Oh, Chris Brown's smarter than I thought. Dude, you have to be an idiot if you have Rihanna and you screw it up and you hit her.
Yeah.
Dude, you have Rihanna. Are you not happy with that? What is going to make you happy, sir? You have Rihanna. Umbrella Ella. You have that girl.
Gentlemen, whose IQ is bigger? Gene Simmons of Kiss or Jeffrey Dahmer of Eating People? James, whose IQ is bigger? Gene Simmons of Kiss or Jeffrey Dahmer?
Give me Jeffrey Dahmer.
Jeffrey Dahmer for the win. E?
I'm just going Jeffrey Dahmer.
You kept body parts in like styrofoam coolers. Didn't understand why he got caught. E?
After seeing that Dahmer documentary, it's hard to imagine him being smart. So I'm going to go.
Well, they studied him. They put him through all the tests. So they got real information on Dahmer.
No, I'm going the other
You're going
direction.
Gene Simmons. You think Gene Simmons is an articulate son of a bitch, but unfortunately he only has a 117 IQ, whereas Jeffrey Dahmer 145. Clocked.
Wow.
145.
Like, how did he think he could get away with that smell at a 145 IQ? That just seems like inhumanly dumb.
Is that how he got busted? Was the smell? Because I don't know the story.
Yeah, the stink smell.
I thought he got busted because there was like a naked 12-year-old running down the street and the cops saw him. They're like, "Where'd you come from?" He's like, "That house up there." Or what?
Well, ultimately that ended up in him getting busted, but they ignored that.
They ignored that. He didn't get in trouble for that. He went on to kill a whole bunch more people in gay clubs over the next couple of months. And it was only retroactively after he was caught with all the bodies in his apartment that the police went, "Oh, we had a call there." They went, "Yeah, that kid's dead." It was the neighbor. It was a neighbor who was smelling and hearing like weird things, and the smell was really bad.
Him drilling drills into people's heads and giving them lobotomies.
At 4 a.m. Yeah, right. The neighbors in this, like, by the way, that was the first thing, one of the first things that I covered for radio in Chicago. I was up there in those apartments doing live call-ins while they were bringing out those coolers filled with body parts. I got to walk through his apartment, not inside because they had it all taped off, but they let all the media walk through and like take pictures inside. He enjoyed Miller Lite. He had a Miller Lite sign, like a really cool Miller Lite sign in his apartment. I don't know if they featured that.
I mean, it was just stupid. Like how many times they were around him and could have prevented it, but they just didn't care because it was like a killer in the gay community.
Yeah. Yeah. I mean, it was, I don't know. Here we go. Gentlemen, whose is bigger? IQ edition. Julia Roberts, the pretty woman herself, or Katniss Everdeen, Jennifer Lawrence? Julia Roberts or Julia Roberts? Julia Roberts or Jennifer Lawrence? Whose is bigger, IQ-wise? James?
I'm a big fan of Jennifer Lawrence. I love the movies she chooses. I love her range, and I think really good actors have a tendency to be smart. But then also Julia Roberts won that lawsuit against the power plant or whatever that was polluting and giving everybody cancer. So she must be pretty smart. I'm going to go with Julia Roberts.
Julia Roberts, James says. E, whose is bigger, Julia Roberts or Jennifer Lawrence?
Well, since I'm on Team Miley, I can't think anything Jennifer Lawrence. I don't care.
Were they beefing?
I could care less.
Were they?
Oh, yeah, there's a beef going on.
James, you familiar with a Miley Cyrus, Jennifer Lawrence beef?
Oh my God, no.
I don't know.
Yeah, there's some beefing going on. There's some beefing going on there. So, and I am a Miley fan, so I could give a crap about Jennifer Lawrence.
Do you like Miley Cyrus because when she smiles, she has the same smile as your wife?
I have not paid attention to that.
You're telling me you've never noticed that from the first time I saw.
But now that you say it, I kind of there is like some striking resemblance.
Miley Cyrus and your wife have the exact same smile, and that's a compliment. All right, so whose is bigger? Who do you think, Julia Roberts or Jennifer Lawrence? E, you're going with?
It's not who I think. I'm going with Julia Roberts.
And who are you going with, James?
Julia. just for the water.
Congratulations. It is Julia Roberts, but only by 2 points. Julia Roberts, 128. Jennifer Lawrence.
Well, Jennifer Lawrence, you're off my list. She was on my list of 5, but she cheated.
Gentlemen, here's a fun one. This will be brought up in divorce court. Whose is bigger, Kim Kardashian or Kanye West? Kanye is a genius. Whose is bigger, James? IQ, Kanye West or Kim Kardashian?
I'm going to go with Kanye because I've never seen Kim make a sick beat. And I'm basing it exclusively on that.
How about you, E? Whose is bigger, Kim Kardashian or Kanye West?
I will say, James, unfortunately, I have a little bit of an inside track here. I was aware of Kim Kardashian's love of salsa and her ability to differentiate. I have no idea what Kanye thinks is salsa. Therefore, I'm going higher IQ is Kim Kardashian.
You would be correct, and it's not even close. Kim Kardashian, 150. Kanye West, 115. So, you know.
I picked that up in the salsa interview.
She's a delight. She is a delightfully articulate and charismatic lady, and I can very much see having a dinner conversation that would leave us both better off. All right, let's move it on.
I just assume that's why you married her, because she was so smart.
Whose is bigger, Lady Gaga or Marilyn Monroe? Lady Gaga or Marilyn Monroe? Who has the larger IQ? Lady Gaga or Marilyn Monroe?
I think this is a trap. This is a trick question. It's not even close. I think it's Lady Gaga, who I'm not really a big fan of her, except for when she's doing like her little piano solo music, because she is a classically trained pianist who is a musician far and above what she puts out on the Hot 100, the Billboard charts. She dumbs herself down musically to be on the Hot 100 Billboard charts. And
she's a classically trained prodigy.
Yeah, and as much as that stuff's not aimed at me, and I'm not going to go to her concerts or even really like her music that much, she's a hell of a musician, and I have a lot of respect for that, so I'm going Gaga.
E, how is it Lady Gaga or is it Marilyn Monroe?
Norma Jean Baker, just some blonde girl out of the Houston area, you know.
If we could cue up Marilyn Monroe singing Mr. President and then Lady Gaga singing, I think we would be able to tell the IQ goes to Gaga.
Gaga, the IQ. Now you know Marilyn. A lot of people say
her rendition of Mr. President was very high IQ'd, but a little inebriated.
Let me say this: she was an actress, and I think that Marilyn Monroe may have created this persona out of a defense mechanism, because every guy was always trying to bang her, so she could play this sort of thing, a dumb, sort of, I don't know, naive kind of thing. What I do know about Marilyn Monroe is that she left Joe DiMaggio because he was too dumb. That was one of the reasons that she didn't. And she jumped to genius author and playwright Arthur Miller, and she married him next. And Arthur Miller called her the brainiest woman he has ever been with. The winner is Marilyn Monroe, who is believed to have a 68 IQ. Gaga, 166. 166.
She has Charo Phyllis Diller-like hair.
That's bad hairspray.
Happy birthday to you.
Dude, she did this in front of his wife.
Happy birthday,
bad taste.
Mr. President. Happy birthday to you.
And Jackie knew she was sniffing around, and you know, right in front of the first lady.
Mr. President.
Wait, what happens after that? There's more?
All the things you've done, the battles that you've won.
Show a cutaway to the presidential box. I want to see Jackie giving him the evil eye.
By the time we thank you so much. much.
I've never seen all this.
Happy birthday.
All right, now cut
Okay,
to
that
the
was
box. Hold on. They cut to the box. They show.
Oh, they do?
Yeah.
Show me. Ooh, hell of a cake.
It's the birthday for you guys.
You're just going home and you're getting just waylaid by your wife, the first lady.
What was that about in the back of the limo? Oh, here he comes. There you go. That's it.
I can now retire from politics after having had happy birthday sung to me in such a sweet, wholesome way.
Yeah, you're about to retire.
Yeah. You're about to be retired, my man. And that's such bullshit because he was already banging her for years. At the point that he came out there and was like, that was nice. He's been up and down, inside and out, all over Maryland for years. He's acting like, oh, I'm flattered that she's even acknowledging me.
Well, hang on.
It's not the first time we've had a president that's a liar.
All right, so like no kidding or whatever, they really did do it. Like we know that's confirmed that Marilyn Monroe and JFK did it.
Yeah, there's been enough independent sources and all that, and yeah, that's pretty much not.
How cool would that be if that happened in modern times? If the president, I mean, I guess Joe Biden's not going to smash Jennifer Lawrence, but you know, some like A-list celebrity like a Jennifer Aniston, maybe hump Trump or something, or
Stormy Daniels is not Marilyn Monroe.
She is not.
Oh no!
I'll tell you the interesting one, James. Have you ever heard of a woman named Judith Campbell Exner? That's the woman that you ought to Google right now. Judith Campbell Exner was JFK's lover and mistress for a decade. Like she was with him. However, she had another guy that she was the lover and mistress to at the very same time. And that guy was Sam Giancana, the head of the Chicago mob. So that was the connection that everybody draws to. The FBI went after Campbell Exner for her association with the Chicago mob. And they discovered that, holy shit, you're really close with Kennedy, aren't you? And that's she's the real interesting one. I don't know if there's ever been a movie made about Judith Campbell Exner, but she was, is that her? Did you?
Yeah, I've never heard this name until now. That's her. I can see why a couple guys be fighting over that. That looks great.
Yeah, who's that? That guy's like, hey, Johnny Blue Jeans. Like what?
Hey.
Who's that guy?
I don't know. There's a ton of pictures of her, and
Yeah, let's see some. She was a hot chick, I thought.
Yeah, I thought this was cool.
Any pictures of her and Kennedy?
How about that? Yeah, that's not doing it for you. What about this dude? Y'all recognize him? I don't know who that dude is.
He looks like a beach boy.
Well,
I don't know.
And they're kind of together,
Or
but
it looks like an early Richard Dreyfuss.
All right, is that a side by side? Is a side by side of Kennedy and her, but there's no pictures of them together.
not that I'm finding. Who is that?
Yeah, that's Sam Giancana. That's Judith Campbell Exner in the middle, and that's her. Or she had two guys that took care of her. One of them was Kennedy, and the other was the most powerful mobster in America. So, kind of a.
Like, there seems to be a weird age discrepancy going on here.
Between who?
Well, the mobster seems to be significantly older than both JFK and Judith.
Oh, you think mob bosses are having sex with age-appropriate women? You don't think mob bosses have like women that are 30 years younger than them as their mobs?
Yeah, but if you're the president's side piece, you don't have to slum it with a mob like a 70-year-old mob boss or a 60-year-old mob boss.
She was supposedly the conduit for all of the cross-pollination between the Kennedy family and the Chicago mob, who were involved in the, everything from Bay of Pigs to the, stealing North Carolina and Cook County for the Kennedys in the 1960 election. Yeah, there they are again. That's Sam. That's Momo Giancana on the left. That's Exner and Kennedy. This is a fascinating story. Maybe, James, you could do some research, and on your next edition of People We Should Know, we could get into the whole Judith Campbell Exner thing.
Do you know these?
Yeah, the mob boss finishing second to the president, if we're going to people we should know that finished second is really the bit.
Well, but here's the thing. Nobody thinks Sam Giancana finished second. In fact, most people think that she was deployed as a bit of a spy for Sam Giancana to get with Kennedy for influence. It's a great story, man. It's a great story.
We could ask her whose is bigger.
Well, long after Kennedy was gone, she was still, hanging out with Momo. And that's when the Justice Department came down on her and discovered that she had all of this information about Kennedy.
It's later in life.
Oh, she's still alive?
In a diary?
She's like 60 there. It still looks pretty good.
I don't know if she had tapes. I don't know what she had, but she had enough stuff that it's not even a contested story. Hold on.
Look at these old lady pictures. She still looks great.
How old is she there?
No idea.
She's still alive. That's how old she. No, she died. She died in 1999. Born in 1930. She died young. She actually didn't die. She was not that old when she died.
When was she born?
1934. So she was 66, 65. She was 65. E got 5 years. she
Maybe
died
64.
at 65. She's not old at all.
Count it down, E.
Hold on. Let's see. What does it say here? Personal life. Let's get into her personal life. Actually, her whole Wikipedia page is her personal life. John F. Kennedy, according to Michael O'Brien, Washington Monthly, February 7th. Frank Sinatra and Campbell were in Las Vegas. She also partied with Sinatra. I'm telling you, this chick must have been a piece because she was running around with Sinatra. He introduced her to Momo Giancana, the head of the mob. Then she got with the Kennedys. She was with Frank Sinatra in Las Vegas, where Sinatra introduced her to a young senator, John F. Kennedy. In her 1977 memoir, she said that she became one of JFK's mistresses, frequently visiting him in the White House after he was elected president. Anyway, it's crazy stories. We don't have time to go into it. Maybe.
Sounds like she was a little bit more of a passed around piece.
Passed around by the two of the two most important, powerful people on the planet. So is that the same as what you're suggesting? Like some passed around girl at a frat party? I don't know, man. If she's passed around between Frank Sinatra, Momo Giancana, and the president of the United States.
But wasn't Frank also passing around Marilyn?
Marilyn was being passed around between Bobby, Sinatra. They believe Peter Lawford got in on that. Who was
you know the list on who slayed Marilyn Monroe?
No, I know all the Kennedy stuff. I'm Irish Catholic. He's like a saint to us, so we got to know everything about what he did.
I'm from Bug Tussle. We don't care. So who all did she slay that I would know?
Who all did who?
Marilyn Monroe.
Oh, I don't know. You could just Google that.
To me, like I see this stuff in the Inquirer or online, and I don't believe it, but I would believe it from you.
Here are the facts about Marilyn Monroe. Hundreds and hundreds and hundreds of men. Marilyn Monroe slept with every casting agent, every director, every writer who could get her a job. That's how she broke through.
The Wilt Chamberlain of acting.
That is absolutely a truth. The casting couch was in full effect. There were beautiful girls everywhere. She slept with all the right people. Marilyn Monroe was a sexually liberated woman back in 1955 or whatever. Now, her marriages, she was married to one guy. She got married when she was like 16, and he was like a D-bag, and she ran away from him to go to Hollywood. I don't think she married again until she got with Joe DiMaggio. And then after Joe DiMaggio, she jumped straight to Arthur Miller because she wanted to be on Broadway. She wanted to be taken seriously as an actress, since she thought like the greatest stage director and writer in America could help her with that. But I don't know who. And then she died. Yeah, and then she died. So she was married twice, married three times, had sex with everybody, and also rumored to be both ways. Marilyn Monroe apparently had a bunch of girlfriends as well.
And then Prince wrote a song about
What
it.
did he write?
The Control song.
Is that about Marilyn Monroe?
Yeah, P Control.
Really? All right. I didn't know that. There you go. Look at.
I didn't either. I just assumed.
Okay. Okay. See here, you think we're learning something? All right, gentlemen.
Well, artist to artist,
You want to go through some more? Let me just run down some of these IQs that I think are interesting, and then we'll get out of here. Michael Jackson.
I should have let you sit with that for a while and did some research before I killed it.
Well, you would have wasted my time. Michael Jackson, 164. Meryl Streep, 143. Miley Cyrus. Oh, here's a good one. Who's got a bigger IQ, Miley Cyrus or Noam Chomsky?
Well, definitely Miley Cyrus.
Better not get this one wrong.
That guy's a speed eater. Who is Noam Chomsky?
Noam Chomsky.
He's an economist, philosopher, one of the great minds of this generation. You think he's a speed eater?
Hugo Chavez. Yeah.
You think he's a speed eater? You think Noam Chomsky is a speed eater?
You said Chomsky.
All right. Noam Chomsky or Miley Cyrus? Whose is bigger?
I'm going with Miley. I'm a Miley fan.
Miley. James, who are you going with?
Easily Miley.
Easily Miley. That's it. No, surprisingly, no. It is Noam
The
Chomsky.
speed eater.
Noam Chomsky with a 160 IQ. Miley Cyrus with a 125. Very respectable. High IQ out of Miley. Zayn Malik. This is the one I was saving. I wanted to get to this. Zayn Malik
Screw this
versus
guy.
Morgan Whalen. Zayn Malik of One Direction versus Morgan Whalen.
This is the best one. You go first, bro.
I wanted to end on this one. Whose IQ is bigger, Zayn Malik or Morgan Whalen?
I thought you should know. It's Morgan Whalen.
Morgan Whalen. James, who do you say, Zayn Malik or
Morgan Wallen?
Morgan Wallen.
Yeah, I'm a big fan of both of these guys.
Okay.
So this isn't a slight on either one of them. But just to oppose Emil, I'm going to go with Zayn, and my boys in One Direction.
All right. Well, Emil would be right. Morgan Whalen. Morgan Wallen with a 112. Zayn Malik 109.
Okay.
112.
There you
to
go.
109.
There you go. Those 3 points are going to push him up.
Neither are really breaking any land speed records as far as being smart guys, but they're fine. They're fine. They're normal. They're within the normal range of 85 to 114. Yeah, that's the last one. That's a week ago on. There's hundreds of these. Just about every celebrity that they've got any kind of data on.
How about John Hinckley?
John Hinckley. That's a good one. Hold on. Let me go to the F's or the H's. Zendaya with a 140.
I have John Hinckley at a 104.
John Hinckley at a 104. Yeah, they don't have Hinckley on here.
Popped up when
Is there a K in front of it?
Nikolai Tesla is the largest on this list. James, any guess at what Nikolai Tesla's believed IQ to be, according to this list? Nikolai Tesla.
168.
Nikola Tesla. What's his IQ? The man who truly invented electricity and power.
Right.
I'm going to say 169.
250. 250 is the believed IQ of Nikola Tesla. Take that, Edison, you thief. Ooh, how about Mark Zuckerberg versus Martin Shkreli? Martin Shkreli, Pharma Pro.
No, screw that. Do Elon. Aren't they going to cage match or
I
something?
don't see Elon on here. Let me see if I can find Elon. Hold on.
Cage mask in fighting, MMA fighting?
Yeah, no.
Yeah,
I thought I saw Zuckerberg do some Jillian jiu-jitsu or
he's still
something
5'7",
like that.
and Elon's like 6'2".
Doesn't matter. It wouldn't even be close. He would mop the floor with Elon Musk. He would absolutely no. It's going to destroy you. It's not happening because Elon's mom won't let it happen. That's the latest.
What? His mom.
Elon's mom.
All right, Elon
How
Musk.
can you be a billionaire and be under the influence of your mom?
I don't know.
Elon Musk IQ is 155 or estimated to be 155.
Oh, here, hold on. See, here. This is the headline that was making the rounds all day today. Oh,
It's a daily newsletter.
Anyway, there it is.
Elon Musk mommy says.
He doesn't know the cage fight Mark Zuckerberg. Elon Musk is 155. That is exactly is that what you said? 155?
What?
James?
The source I saw said it's estimated at 155, so I don't like the sound of that.
No, this says it as well. My source here is obviously a different one, and it says IQ 150. Well, it gives a range, but and then the one in bold is the one that's agreed upon. So it says IQ between 150 and 157 with 155 in bold. So there you go. That matches what you have. 155 for Elon Musk. Is Mark Zuckerberg's higher or lower than that?
155 is really good. I'm leaning Elon.
Mm-hmm. Now, remember, Zuckerberg's on the spectrum. Actually, I think they're both on the spectrum, if we're being honest. I think
they are both on the spectrum. And I think I like Mark Zuckerberg more than most people do. I get it. It's really fun to make fun of how he's kind of socially awkward and almost robotic, like he's Data from Star Trek Next Generation at times. You know, Like, I will drink water. Humans like water. You know, he's very awkward, but I have a lot of, or I have in my life had a lot of friends that are kind of awkward like him, and we tend to get along. So,
Mark Zuckerberg has a 152 IQ. So
oh, that's the
the
same.
victory goes to. Yeah, well, the range is just a little different. The italicized.
It feels like a push.
It's probably they're similar, but we're giving credit where credit is due. We do have numbers, so we're going with Elon Musk as the winner at 155 over 150.
Bull crap.
Well, I do find it interesting how
his mom won't let him fight. You got to take points off of every score that you have if you're a billionaire and your mother won't let you do something. You lose points in every category that you're registered. I am sorry. I don't give a crap what the IQ test says. That's just reality here on Earth.
So what do you know about Mark Zuckerberg that makes you so confident that he would beat up Elon Musk in a fight?
I watched when this story came out, and I follow a bunch of MMA guys, so I've seen his videos of him fighting in tournaments and stuff like that. And I watched just today.
Zuckerberg?
Yeah, just today I watched a bunch of his jiu-jitsu tournaments. Now he'd kill him. He'd absolutely kill him.
So he's good, huh?
He'll kill, and he's not good, but he's obviously someone who's trained a number of years and knows how to do takedowns and locks and submissions. And here's the reason why he'll kill him, because anybody who knows how to do that can kill somebody who doesn't have any clue. That's just what it is.
Well, that makes me want to learn it. Do I need to learn this so someone who knows it's just not going to take me down one day in the street or whatever?
Find this. Hold on here. I'll show you. We got some. You want to see
some basic videos for if Mark Zuckerberg comes up to me, because he's only like 5'7", and I'd hate to be taken down by a 5'7" dude. So just show me the basics on how I.
Because Hoist Gracie's only like 5'5", and I'm pretty sure.
Oh, he would destroy me. Of course he would. Of course, I saw him destroy people much bigger and stronger than me over and over and over.
So can I do something non-political? Political?
Oh, jeez, what's this gonna be now?
Oh, I actually like the sound of that. Go, E.
So, if you were like being investigated by your girlfriend and she heard a tape of you saying you didn't see some confidential photos, would you think, based on the Trump video, that you were in deep doo-doo trying to explain what she was hearing wasn't what she was hearing?
All right. I'm game. Frame this again. Let me see if I can. What is the?
So you're running around. You're telling your girl, look, you've never seen the photos that they're talking about that you've seen. You've given explanations.
Wait, what photos? What is this in reference to? I was looking for Mark.
Documents, like just documents.
Okay.
You know, you haven't seen these photos that supposedly your girlfriend thinks that you've seen. You've said things about the photos not existing, and then all of a sudden here you are talking about these very photos that didn't exist. Do you think you would have a chance of your alibi working that you have said, I haven't seen the photos, if you had this particular tape that was disclosed the last couple of days without being political?
Me, Pugs
Yes.
Moran.
Yes.
No one's gonna believe that. I'm going to jail. I sound like I'm full of shit. Nobody's gonna. That's don't hold water. That's my answer.
James?
I'm sorry, I didn't even read the text at the top. Was I supposed to be paying attention to the bit as it's going along, or am I just tanking your segment here when you tried to do something?
There it goes. James, why don't you tell us where people can find the Florida stories?
No, fuck it. Don't listen to Florida stories. Pretend like you've never even heard of Florida stories. I don't want you listening to Florida stories because you're not good enough to listen to Florida stories. Florida stories is for the elite listeners in the podcast spectrum, and I don't think you make the cut. So I pretend like you never heard this. This is just for the good people, and you don't qualify. So Florida stories, forget you ever heard it.
You're challenging the ego and the id of the listener. I love that. That is a cool.
Screw you! Don't. I'm demanding you don't listen.
Right.
Do not. Do not.
And you know what else? Here's the other thing. Bunch of D-bags. You think that I would accept a tip from any of you D-bags? No way. I don't want any of your stupid blood money. You keep that and you spend it on something stupid instead of putting it in the Cash App or the Venmo. What do you got?
How incredibly snarky of both the two of you to act so highbrow and just like pop off in a moment's notice. I am the very calm one, and I realize that we are in rough waters, and tomorrow we will sail yet again.
That was nice. Wasn't that nice? All right, there they go. That's E and James. We are the Radio Misfits. We do this every night, Monday through Thursday, 9 p.m. I'll be back tomorrow at noon. High noon show, headlines, hot topics, current events. Check out Florida Stories. That's James' little offering. I personally would like you to go find it. Some great stuff. I see it on my Spotify. It pops up in my, because I subscribe and it's right there. Your shows on my Spotify. Join me, won't you? And enjoy Florida Stories. I don't know what I could thank E. Thank you to E for everything that he does, showing up every day. He doesn't really have anything to promote. See you tomorrow at noon for the High Noon Show. This has been the Radio Misfits on the Radio Misfits podcast platform and now live streaming